Avenel and I are all rewatching Friends right now, and it's so relatable to the 20s. We were watching it, we were like, oh yeah, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or your year, your friends will be there for you.
Yes.
And so we're going to be sharing some things about how we relate to Friends. And one of the things that I really relate to is Rachel's experience in season 1. She's a server at 25. And I was a server at 25. I started a serving job at 25. And I remember feeling like, that line where she's like, I'm getting coffee and it isn't even for me. And like, that's how I felt.
So true.
You?
And you couldn't even make the coffee yourself. I had to make it for her.
Yeah, it was even worse.
She didn't know how to use the coffee machine.
She did not use the
like
coffee
Rachel.
machine.
Yeah, we worked there together. We've probably talked about this on the podcast before, but we worked at a country club
Yes,
together.
I feel similarly working there at 21. A little bit less, I think, because I'm 3 years younger than
There's
you.
less shame.
You're junior.
I'm going to say, though, it didn't help that everyone there was like fresh out of high school.
Yeah, like we were all in our 20s working a serving job, and we were surrounded by teenagers and senior citizens. It was really extreme.
Yeah, it was two extremes. But yeah, I felt that way too. I think for me, the most relatable piece, I was trying to find a character that I was like pulling from. And like, there's so many different things that I can pull from. Like, I was like, oh, like Rachel doing an internship and like, like getting entry level positions and jobs like that. I find really relatable.
Sorry, I am listening, but Maverick, our dog, is walking around the room looking a little mischievous. Just make sure he's not doing anything.
And then even like Monica, when she did that like first gig for starting like her chef company or whatever, she did like a funeral, like I don't know, like all that is like so early 20s, starting out, figuring all your shit out.
I've been saying a lot recently. Finish.
No, I was just gonna say though that the thing that I ended up coming to that I relate to, Maddie, what's it from the theme song?
It's like you're always stuck in second gear when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year.
Yes, when I was unemployed for October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, 9 months. That's how I felt for those 9 months. Because I had experienced what it was like to have a job. And it was funny because before that, I hadn't really had that feeling before of like making money and being independent, la da da. And then once I had it and then I lost it, I didn't realize, I was like, oh God, I need that again. So that literally felt like that 9 months was like, I feel like, I'm stuck in second gear and I'm like, ugh. Anyway, yeah, that's what it felt like for me.
Wait, you said something before that what were you saying when I was like, oh, continue?
Well, I was talking about how like Monica worked at that funeral home.
And
then it was
I know what I was going to say is recently I've been saying to my friends and you guys that I feel like I'm being punked and pranked.
You've been punked.
And I feel like, I've been noticing a lot because, when you're watching a sitcom, you're kind of like, oh, that's so funny. Like, their situation is funny. But when you think about like, if that happened to you in real life, like it would be crazy. But I kind of see life as a sitcom. So when things happen to me, I'm kind of like, that's crazy. Like, what are the chances? Like I remember on one of my job interviews this summer, on one of my many, I was going downtown and I was walking my interview and I got shit on by a bird.
Oh, I forgot
on
about
my leg.
that.
And you'd think it was good luck, but I didn't get that job either. And that was after that was my second round of interviews with that one. Yeah. And then that was like my fourth or my third round of interviews with different companies. And I was like, I'm being punked. And even recently, like I applied.
Actually, we literally hung out with our best friend recently and Ava just goes, I feel like I'm being pranked. And my friend was like, what? She's like, what do you mean you're being pranked? And Ava was like, in life.
Like in life, I'm being pranked. And thank God I have a sense of humor because I think it's mildly hysterical because
so
it's just
you
like
remind yourself
you're like
friends. I believe you had a Rachel connection.
I will talk about that in 1 second, but I was also I what I was actually going to talk about was that Friends reminds me a lot of how everyone's at a very different place in their lives at this time of life. Like Ross is like divorced with a kid and like Chandler and Monica are moving in together and like it's actually Chandler's first long-term relationship. And
remember
then,
that episode from Friends when they all go to a birthday dinner and then the three that are making more money booked it at this like super fancy restaurant. And then all the others were like, they don't how could it's so rude of them to do that when we don't make as much money and all this stuff. And it's like it just kind of amplifies the fact that everyone's at such different points in their lives.
Like even if you're the same age, like everyone's at different, their bank account's in a different place or their like right now, me with you guys, like we're all making very different amounts
amounts
of money.
Yeah.
I can't even look at my bank account right now. It actually is like I can't even look at it because it's like hard to watch. But
It's a tough watch.
I know it won't be like that forever, but partially why I feel like I'm being pranked. But again, it's like I'm very grateful though. I have amazing friends, family, love my life, have passions, still keep myself very busy pursuing things. But I just really am interested to see when this era of feeling like I'm being pranked all the time ends.
You're an IRL Friends character.
I am. I really
I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah, if you're
I feel
out
like
there,
I was being punked for a while.
yeah,
pranked.
if you're out there, you feel like you're being
Same.
pranked, let me know and let me know why. Because I've been feeling it recently. I thought I would get something over the summer, like a job or something. And it is mid-October, my friends. And I honestly feel like I'm being
Been
pranked.
a long time.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
sorry, you go, Mads, now.
No,
When war
I think
is over, you're gonna look
I think
back
like
at this and laugh.
I'm laughing now.
Rachel being a
Good.
server at 25, me being at server at 25. I think the thing that was hardest for me to wrap my head around was just the fact that I felt so behind. Like I was so ashamed of the fact that I was 25 working with a bunch of teenagers, a serving job. Like I was just like, me, like I can't believe I'm here right now. I thought, teenage me thought I would not be having to work
My
a
girl
serving
was
job.
also-
And the reason we got a serving job was because we had no income coming in, and our friend had a destination wedding, which was like such a funny adventure because we got to the destination wedding and it was very luxurious, and we were literally like that meme where it's living like a millionaire on a receptionist salary. Like we were living like millionaires on a server salary.
Yeah.
And rewatching Friends now, so this is a year after I left the serving job, it made me realize that I wasn't behind. Like it actually gave me comfort to be like, okay, at 25 I was on season 1 of Friends.
Yeah.
Now at 26 I'm on season 2.
I haven't seen
As
that.
our guest Krista said on our very first podcast with a guest, she said, "You're not behind, you're just becoming."
Yeah. But Friends
remember
really,
that?
I feel like puts that in perspective because it's like they're all being pranked again because it's a show. So it's like they're
That
constantly-
whole being a
but they are
server
all being
felt like I
pranked
was
constantly.
I felt like I was being punked the entire time I was a waitress.
Yeah, me
The
too.
entire time.
Also, I'd like to address a comment we got in our last video.
No, I was gonna say we got a hate comment, and it was like someone was. Let me read it.
I can no, but I gotta explain because it's like read it out and then I'm
Oh,
gonna
sorry.
explain.
I just
that
had
the
to- I
person
just-
who commented this, I don't think understands the concept of sisterhood.
No, I was
Because you are talking over each other, but you're
No.
still listening.
just let me. Oh my god! I just
Sorry.
went on TikTok to find the comment, and I had to scroll off of a very dramatic La
Conrad
La
and Belly?
Land. No, La La Land edit
Oh.
from
Who else?
the Leve song. Have you guys seen Leve's song about yearning?
Oh no.
Oh my god, I didn't
Is it new?
know it existed. I think it's new.
Little
But
while
I
you're
saw-
finding
Sorry.
Okay,
go ahead.
find the
While
comment.
Ava's finding that comment, I'm going to do a little segue about La La Land very
No,
briefly.
wait,
a very
no.
funny anecdote.
Wait, I found it already.
Oh, okay, sorry. I went into an existential crisis after I watched La La Land for a week.
I think most people
There,
did.
I'll leave you at that.
The comment says, it's a video of Maddie, Elle, and I talking, and they say, is anyone listening to each other? Maybe you need a talking stick.
We have talking sticks. We have 3 of them.
Yeah, but she's saying we
No,
need
she's
one.
saying one.
Because we talk over each other.
We did that once and it ruined our flow, so we didn't do it again.
No, but I feel like anyone who sees that, if they say that, they don't understand the concept of like sisters and lots of like, I don't know. People could disagree with this, but I think
Yeah.
like us talking over each other is just because we're excited. It's not because we're not listening to each other.
No,
like,
I
hear
hear
what you
you.
guys are saying, and
Yeah.
because I'm listening to you is why I want to talk.
I wanna
over
make
you,
my
because I
next
wanna make
point.
because I want to
Yeah.
explain what I'm thinking about this subject.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was a funny comment because like, is anyone listening to each other? I'm like, yeah, we are. That's why I want to talk over her so badly is because I'm hearing what she's saying and I'm agreeing or
she's
or
giving me an
disagreeing.
idea.
And she's giving me an idea on what to say.
Yeah.
So
Sorry,
back,
that's
so
like
back,
sisterhood to
so
the
back
max.
to you with like when
No.
it wasn't your
Talking stick.
Wait, I was going to say, is that we're working on it and we're not doing a good job.
We're doing a better job.
Sisters,
I know, we're
in the
trying.
comments, please tell us if you do this too, because I don't think,
I think
we're the only
just
ones.
siblings
Listeners,
in general.
That's what I mean.
Listeners, please report
I'm
if
sorry.
this bothers you.
But if you
Fans.
can't-
No. Don't tell us because
No.
they're telling us.
Don't
We're
tell
working
us.
on
No,
it.
it's
Okay, we're
true.
trying.
But why do we need to work on it? Because
We have
isn't that,
to. No, because
isn't
they have to
that
hear us.
the sibling flow?
Yeah, but we
Yeah, but
we
when
take
I'm
it too
editing,
far.
it's so hard
it
to
really
make the
bad?
captions.
Sorry, this is such a side quest. Such
Yeah,
a segue.
but look at us now. We're talking over each other again.
So back back to Elle, your dark winter.
Oh, we're
no,
bringing
I
that
thought-
back, are we?
What were you? Well, yeah, because we have to talk about what you learned from that experience.
Oh,
what the
okay.
conflict? Because I just shared how mine.
What I learned is that all bad things come to an end. When I got a job in June, I couldn't have been happier.
What
and
was
I've been
hard
happy
about?
since?
Sorry, what was
I mean,
hard
I've been
about?
stressed, but I've been happy since.
Why was that winter so hard? Like, what made it so unbearable?
Because I had the experience of having a job, going out, making money, making new experiences, and then it was stripped away from me right before winter hit. That's what happened.
And winter,
And then I had the entire winter unemployed, sad, and lonely. And
See,
then
that's what I'm afraid of happening to me.
we'll worry about that when we get there. But anyway, my unemployed winter was not fun. I did enjoy it. Also, my values are just like I enjoy getting out and making money, being independent. I just was itching to do all those things, and I couldn't do it because my it was all in the hands of the employers, you know, the people that are hiring you. So
Yeah.
I was like trying to control it. You know, I'd sent out like I think 80 applications or something. Anyway, yeah, that's what happened, is that I had experienced what that life was like before being employed, having
That's hard.
fun, having not fun necessarily, but like experiences, doing new things, learning more things. Like I crave all of that, and I had it, and then I lost it. I also thought I was gonna get promoted, and then my job ended.
you
know what
were
I mean?
going to get promoted,
I was gonna get
and
promoted,
then the whole
Yeah.
thing fell
And then
apart
this whole
through
thing
no
fell
fault of
apart.
your
Wait,
own.
that happened with my job too. That I had I had a freelance-ish job over the
I know.
winter.
That was also what was hard.
And Elle and I were both supposed to get promoted within that company.
That was another time.
And then
that
the
was supposed to happen.
tariffs made it go out of business.
Yes.
no further comment.
No further.
No further
I
comment.
was gonna say another thing that reminded me, and then we'll wrap this up because we're making shorter videos now, as you can see, because you clicked on this video, you know. But another thing I was gonna say that I kind of related to was Rachel in Friends did. I don't know if anyone remembers this episode, but when she did that Ralph Lauren interview, and it like went terribly, and then she like went back. She kept going back and kind of like fighting for the job, and all these like funny things happened, obviously, because they're being pranked. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But all these like funny things kept happening, but she kept going back and like fighting for the job because she really wanted it, and it worked out. Like I know it's a show, and everything worked out for her. But I genuinely believe in life that if like you put your all into something and it doesn't work out, there's something better waiting for you. And recently this has kind of happened because we were really trying to plan this trip to New York in the fall, which is just like a complete vibe.
Yeah.
And we have this lovely company that we've been working with that we wanted to go to their events that they were planning in New York. They were hosting, and we were invited, and it sounded really fun. And we got punked. We're supposed to be working with this hotel that we are not able to get for October. And now we worked really hard. Sorry, am I rambling? You guys are looking
No,
at
Elle
me.
was just watching the Blue Jays game.
Maddie
on
was
the TV.
getting mad at me.
Oh, the Jays are on. Yeah.
So they got
But
some
what I
loaded
was-
bases here. Sorry.
Loaded bases?
No, it's okay.
Oh, no. I'm
Everything's
distracted.
fine.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
But what I was getting at is that we have fought really hard to make this trip happen, and it just
We've literally
hasn't.
tried
Like
everything.
we've emailed everyone. We've signed up for like
I've joined
various
Facebook groups.
Yeah, Facebook groups. We've messaged everyone we know in New York. Thank you everyone for being so
Yeah,
patient with
thank
us.
you.
And we are just like trying so hard to get to this trip, and it has not panned out. But I genuinely believe that there might be something else down the line that's better. Maybe this company we're working with, maybe there's a better event that we'd align with more. I don't know. But is that just a coping mechanism? Maybe. But I actually do think it will work out for the best.
Everything happens for a reason.
That was quite a
No, that's good.
twisty. But there you go.
think
What did you learn?
What did I learn? Well, I learned that in the past, when these things happen, when we like worked really hard for something and it either does work out and it was like definitely meant to be that way. And if it doesn't work out, there's always something better that's waiting. Like, again, I always use like Elle's job as an example because she did this interview in like February or something.
The
That she-
really bad one?
No, there was a good one that you did that you really wanted, and she wanted it so badly, and she
That
didn't
was in
get it.
October.
In
Before that.
October.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
true,
have an
actually.
interview
Yeah,
for like
that's right.
4
Yeah.
months.
But
Yeah.
Guys,
she
I was panicking.
did
Oh, yeah.
an interview that went really well. She got a couple rounds in and it didn't work out. But I just think the company that she's with now is such a better
Yeah.
option for her.
I think even
And
with my
so-
job, like the job that I interviewed for, I really wanted to get it, and I did get it, thankfully.
Yeah, and that's
But then
what was
it
meant
ended
to
up,
be.
and that's what it was meant to be, and it definitely felt like it was meant to be. And I had a good feeling about the people I was interviewing with right from the get go. Like I really liked the people, so I think that's a good indicator of like things going well. But another thing I'm just gonna add is that then this job now, like I have a super expensive medication. The insurance with this job now covers that medication, and it covers like there's just
Yeah,
things that you
that
can't
was
foresee.
crazy.
That then this medication was so expensive. I was stressed. I was like, how am I gonna afford this? Like
The life-saving drug.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just to be clear.
let's
Way.
be clear on that. This isn't just a medication.
No, it's
this
like
is
a
a
life-saving
life-saving drug.
that
Yeah.
is
That
extremely
she
expensive.
literally would not be functioning
Yeah.
without.
100%.
Like her
So anyway, just
lifespan would be
trust-
cut short without this drug.
Yeah. So you just have
Yeah,
to trust.
like,
What I'm
put it
trying to
in
say is that you have to
perspective.
trust that it's going to work out. I think one last thing I'm going to say that's a takeaway for all of us that we really relate to at the 20-something playbook in our lives, the three of us.
That was
And that is like friends. Is that
Interesting.
friends, you know, sisters, that is your through line through, you know, like the friends.
I'll be there for you.
Yeah,
That's what you're trying to get at.
yeah.
I'll
the
be
through line
there for you. And it's true. That's the only thing that's going to remain consistent, hopefully, is your friends and your family.
And like working that serving job that I hated, we made one really great friend there, and that carried us through the hard times. We'd laugh together.
Yeah.
We'd have
Trauma
an ally.
bond.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we were the main characters in the comedy. And I think if you can see the hard moments that way, see yourself as the main character.
Well, that's what I say.
Of a Friends episode.
That's what I say.
my
when
friend,
I
one of my
feel-
friends recently, she was crying on the subway on her way to work. And she texted us and she was like, I'm crying on the subway on the way to work. And she said, I feel like the main character. And it's like, honestly,
When you're
period.
going through maximum conflict, you are the main character, and that means that you're going through a lot of growth.
As aspiring
as
screenwriters,
we know because
darkest
that is a
before the
rule.
dawn.
That is a rule. You have to put your characters through heck and hell.
For them to learn the lesson and grow.
Yeah, so if you're
But I was
feeling
gonna
down,
say-
just know you are the main
You're
character.
growing.
You're the main
You're
You're
character.
experiencing conflict.
No, but I was gonna say
You're
last
growing.
thing.
And that means you're our main character.
Yes.
And that's
Do you
the
feel
last
like a
thing.
main character?
Comment
in your
down
life?
below
Let us
if
know.
you think
Do
you're
you
the
feel like
main
main character?
Which
I was gonna
friend's
say though,
character
when
would
I
you
feel
be?
like when I say too that I feel like I'm being
We could talk
pranked
about
and
friends
punked.
forever.
Actually, which
Sorry.
friend's character best describes your 20s? I want to know. For me, it's Rachel, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's a mix between Rachel and Chandler.
Yeah.
because I feel like Chandler's like awkward, funny moments
Yeah.
I relate to, and he's like, blah. That's how I always feel.
Yeah.
like I'll like say something.
We always say if
Like, I'll-
Rachel and Chandler had a child, it would be Ava.
It would definitely be.
If
Ava.
Monica and Rachel had a child, it would be me.
If Phoebe and Rachel?
I think you said Phoebe and Ross.
I said, oh, yeah. I think
Honestly,
it's true.
if Phoebe,
I think-
Ross,
Yeah.
and Rachel had a
Yeah.
kid, it would be you.
Yeah.
But last thing I was just gonna say is that like when I feel like I'm being pranked and punked and everything, it is funny.
Yeah.
And if you can find the humor in the humor in it,
Especially
in the
when
moment,
it's shared with your friends.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Is like I can, you know, I was joking about this with my friend recently about how like I feel like I'm being pranked. Like my life is not going exactly to plan, and I feel like I'm being punked, and that's okay because it's funny because I can laugh about it with.
And I think that's
good to
the whole-
laugh about
That's the
it.
whole reason we started this podcast too, is because when you talk to your friends about your 20s moments, your 20s experiences, you realize that you're not alone.
We found it so funny in the sense of like even us working at that serving job, we found it so funny that we want to write a comedy show about it.
Yeah, we do.
That's how funny we thought it was. I felt
So
like I
much-
was in a
it
comedy
wrote
show. I
itself.
felt like I was in the office.
Oh my
I
God.
actually feel like
Yeah.
if somebody followed me around with a camera the past few months, it would be pretty hysterical.
Well, guys, thank you for listening.
And if you liked this content,
Subscribe if you like it. And if you don't,
If you want.
then don't subscribe.
we're on the road
and if you
to-
don't like us talking over each other, I just like encourage you to
Not listen.
leave a comment and or
I
leave a
feel
comment
like-
because it helps engagement.
I feel like siblings.
Actually, yeah, leave the comment.
Leave
Yeah.
that comment.
Leave it.
I feel
Thank
like
you.
siblings everywhere understand us? Question mark.
Yeah.
and if you don't, you know, we're
Do they?
trying our best, and isn't that enough?
We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So if you
Are
like
we?
our content, hit the subscribe button.
I already
Sorry.
said subscribe.
You guys said to not make it cheesy, and I think I did.
You
Sorry.
did. I
Okay.
literally said subscribe
Well,
already.
Everyone, I hope you had a great Canadian Thanksgiving weekend, and
Yes.
we're watching the Jays now, so go Jays go.
Go Jays go.
And then you're watching the Bills game.
and then go Bills
Go
go.
Bills
And
go.
go Bills go.
And go Leafs go.
Go Leafs go played earlier.
And you go.
You go.
You go. Let's
you
go.
live your life, and you be the main character. And if you feel like you're being punked, I'm right there with you. And so is all of the sitcom characters. So it can't be that bad.
And
No.
pretty much all the 20-somethings in the world.
We're all
I feel
being
like
punked.
We're all being punked and pranked.
And
that's
we're
all
okay.
like on some season of Friends.
You know what, though? We have to be punked in our 20s to live like a baller in our 30s.
And we'll end it there. See ya.
Smash that subscribe button. That's actually what vidIQ wanted us to say.
Smash.
Yeah, they were like, smash that subscribe button.
Okay, slay.
Sorry, don't smash it.